guys!
Hey guys!
We're back with another Syfy Friday review on Monday. This time reviewing the Syfy original series Van Helsing, the series premiere of Van Helsing. If you haven't seen it yet and you want to avoid any spoilers, skip this video and come back later because everything we say from this point forward is going to be a spoiler. Right, this was a two-part series premiere, and it was really good. I really thoroughly enjoyed it pretty much all the way through.
Yeah, same here. They did some stuff that kind of adds a twist to the story that everybody kind of sort of knows that I'm really happy with. Like, the biggest one is there's a 3-year gap where she's asleep and all hell breaks loose, and I like that. We didn't have to see all the boring stuff where people are learning how to kill a vampire.
Yeah.
We just jump right in and they all know what they're doing, and I like that.
I think the 3-year jump was probably the smartest thing they could have possibly done, because it was like, you know, the volcano erupts, the skies are blacked out because of the ash, and then we see the beginning of the fall of humanity, and we have to learn all about, you know, how they figure out what these creatures are and how to kill them, blah, blah, blah. No, we've seen all that before in many, many things.
Yes.
Skip all of that, jump ahead 3 years later, and we're off and running.
Yes.
It's a genius idea.
Yes. And I like the 3-year jump because it's now been 3 years since her daughter thought she died. It's going to make her trying to find her daughter that much trickier. Like, it's going to be really, really difficult because like none of the people are going to be around. Almost all of them are dead, and it's just going to be crazy.
And it raises the question, is her daughter, Dylan, still alive? Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, that's the type of show Syfy does.
Now, I would love to see them do a little bit of a twist where her daughter is alive, but she's a vampire. And, of course, Van Helsing's blood cures vampirism. So maybe she has to catch her daughter who is a vampire and then make her drink her blood to cure her. Something like that. That's kind of the direction I think it's going to go. That's the direction I'd like to see it go. And
that is a new twist on the Van Helsing story, where she's got now increased strength and speed and agility, and she heals. That's new, and I like that. I really liked that little twist.
And there's a scene early in the episode where she takes down her neighbor's abusive boyfriend, and she doesn't beat him up, but she throws him around a little bit, and so you know she's capable. And then she goes toe to toe with a vampire and holds her own for a little bit, but then of course he's a vampire. He eventually gets her down and bites her, and now that she's woke up, that she has the strength of a vampire, but she's not a vampire.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool, and I'm excited to see the directions that this story can go. There's a bunch of other stuff that I really like about what they're doing with Van Helsing. First of all, I love the setting. Yeah. I love that there's a volcanic eruption, a super volcanic eruption, and it's basically kind of covered the atmosphere with ash, so it's blotting out the sun so the vampires can come out and play. And I don't really think this has ever been done before, other than in the comic book 30 Days of Night, which is amazing. If you haven't read it, you really should. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite graphic novels ever. But other than that, I don't know of any vampire story where they've just been able to come out whenever they want because the sun was blotted out.
The strain might have had something similar to this. I read the books a long time ago, so I can't really remember, but it sounds familiar. And the show was rubbish, so we stopped watching it and reviewing it, so nothing to refresh my memory.
So maybe the strain did something like that, or is going to do something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I never read the books. We gave up watching the show, actually, after the first episode of season 2, because it was so bad it turned us off.
Yeah.
But Van Helsing, in contrast, looks like it's going to be really good. And
I like that it was a completely plausible natural disaster. The volcano at Yellowstone Park is a supermassive volcano, and it has been due for an eruption for quite some time, so this is like not exactly far-fetched that this could happen.
The one thing I will say that it's going to take me some getting used to. I mean, I don't know if I like how they're doing the vampires yet, because when they first of all, they turn just from a bite.
Yeah, that's really weird, and yeah, I'm right there. I'm not sure if I'm on board with that. It's almost like they're combining vampires and zombies into one.
Exactly, and when they first turn, they're very feral, and it kind of over time, they're not humanity, but they're kind of awareness. And like when they first turn, they're running purely on instinct. And then it takes a little while for them to actually, you know, develop a real kind of consciousness.
Yeah.
And so I don't really like this kind of meld, this combination of zombie and vampire. I don't know if I'm on board for that yet. Maybe it'll just take me some time to get used to it.
Yeah, and I'm right there with, I'm not sure I care for the just one single bite turns you. It's almost universal across vampire lore. But it's almost universal that you have to drink, you have to ingest a vampire's blood, and you have to die. Mm-hmm. So, like, she was bit and she died. But, like, the doctor was bit on the arm. And she was fine, but she turned anyway. So, like, I'm not quite sure I'm on board with that. But like he said, maybe it just takes some getting used to.
Like, ordinarily, I think you have to, the vampire has to drain you and then feed you his blood to replace your blood or something like that. And that's what causes the turn. That's the most common.
And then there's variations on that where you have to ingest it and you have to die. So, like, if you were fed vampire blood and then were killed in a car accident, you would then turn.
And then there's some where you have to willingly ingest a vampire's blood. If it happens by accident, you're fine. If you willingly drink it, then you turn. There's all kinds of variation on this.
But it almost is universal that you have to drink a vampire's blood to turn.
Yeah. So just this, you know, a vampire's bite turns you. Not sure I'm on board with it.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm really excited for the show. I enjoyed the premiere very much.
Yes, me too. And I can't wait for next episode because I kind of feel like they're going to do some experimenting on the Doctor.
Yeah.
Since Van's blood cures vampirism, I feel like they're going to give it to the Doctor to see.
Yeah. And another character, I liked the Doctor, but before she turned vampire.
Yes.
I think she's going to be a really great character when they finally get her cured. And I like Axel, the Marine.
Yes, I really like him too.
Yeah.
He's kind of a hard ass, but I don't know, it works. It's a good dynamic in the show.
I think he's going to be a good companion character for Van Helsing.
Yes, yeah.
Overall, it was a very, very good premiere, and we're definitely excited for the rest of Season 1. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. If you have anything to add, let us know down in the comments. Also, if you enjoyed this review, and we really hope you did, tell us by dropping a like on it and subscribe for more reviews.
And thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.